The Vancouver Canucks are back in the playoffs. It is round one against the Arizona Coyotes. Obviously, in the last episode, things went well for a time, and then we threw away our chance at home ice advantage and our chance at a division title. And admittingly, as you would expect, and I don't think it's unfair of me to view it this way, I do still have my sights set on the next season, the next off season, and seeing if we can add to our defense. The question is, can we stay healthy? Can Colton Parayko stay healthy? Can Thatcher Demko stay healthy? And can this team surprise us once again this year? For the second year in a row, I don't really have expectations. I probably should. I should probably expect this team to at least make it past the first round, but I can't say I will be disappointed if we don't. So quickly, let's take a look now at what the Coyotes did this season, and then we will begin what is hopefully a long playoff run. But let's take a look at their team. We'll go by position just to see what they were working with. Dylan Strome, up to an 86 overall, had 51 points. Obviously, though, to counteract that, we have Austin Matthews, Jay Beagle, an 83 overall, and Kyle Chipchura, an 83 overall. They also have 87 overall, Connor Bleakley, but he finishes with just 29 points. So in terms of centers, we have them beat. I would much rather have Matthews and Elias Lindholm as our centers. As far as left wings go, let's see. Max Domi, an 86 overall, had 62 points. Tobias Reeder, an 85. Jussi Jokinen and Brendan Perlini. So they do have a pretty strong core of left wings there. Jussi Jokinen being the weak link of that core. I still like how we're matching up against them here. Anthony Duclair, an 84. Yannick Hansen, up to an 86. Henrik Samuelsson, an 84. Tyler Kennedy, an 81. And Yuri Sekach, an 82. Offensively, they have some strong players, but I am more than content. I think we have the better forward core. Defensively, they have a certain somebody. Oliver Ekman-Larsson finishes with 65 points. He is a 91 overall. Connor Murphy, an 86. Jake Bean, an 83. Tenorti, an 86. Quincy and Kevin Gravel. Now, obviously, with the likes of Ekman-Larsson, Murphy, and Tenorti, they're a little bit top-heavy, but I do think we have the better bottom three. Obviously, Quincy and Gravel are a little bit weak. And then the goaltenders. Let's see. It looks like Louis Domingue was their main starter. He's up to an 84 overall. They also have Anton Khudobin as their backup. So on paper, do I think we have the better team? Absolutely. But will that translate to success in this series? Probably not. I mean, who knows? It's completely up in the air. Just because you're a better team on paper doesn't mean a damn thing. Game one in Arizona. Let's see what happens here in the first period of the series, and it's a goal apiece. Duclair and Jared McCann. Second period, we take the lead. Jimmy Vesey on Domingue from the Rask spot, known as the sideboards from our original series. Third period starts, and Kyle Chipchura, god damn it, gets a goal and ties up this game. And so far, it's been a very kind third period to the Coyotes. Halfway through, next goal might win it, and we get it. Austin Matthews with a gigantic goal there. Will that be enough? 2 minutes to go. Can we hold on? And we will. Colton Parayko with the empty net, and we take game one 4-2 on the road. A great start for these Canucks. Thatcher Demko with 34 saves, and that is a gigantic win, sending a message early, of course, after they beat us to end the season. Those 4 straight losses, that is the perfect way to start. Game 2, but before going there, I just wanted to make note the Utica Comets will be playing their last game of the season. As you can see, they were in a ridiculously tough division in the North Division in the AHL. But I did want to make note, Jordan Saru, who very well could be on our team next year, led the team with 64 points. Chychrun, 59, and of course, a couple of other decent scores there. But I just wanted to make note because they will not be making the playoffs. But Saru has one hell of a year down in Utica. And as far as the goalies go, I don't think we'll be taking home any hardware. Not the best season for Adam Warner or Troy Timpano. But getting back to the action here, it is game 2. So far, so good in the series, but of course it is still very, very early. Can we get off to a good start, though, here? First period, it is a 1-0 lead, as I forgot to filter it. Steven Stamkos on Anton Khudobin. Now, I didn't notice in the last game, I'm pretty sure it was Domingue in the last game. For some reason, Anton Khudobin is in, whether it's injury or whether he started, I don't know. But Stamkos with a big goal. Second period, nothing doing there. So let's get into the third. And again, it's another early goal in the third period. Anthony Duclair, but Colton Parayko with a gigantic goal to take the lead back. 1 minute later, Jimmy Vesey gets a goal. That could very well do it. That Duclair goal was huge for them. Colton Parayko's goal completely wipes it out. And now we're just running all over him. Jimmy Vesey, Jonathan Drouin. And that is game 2. 4-1 final. Why Anton Khudobin was in, who knows. Duclair gave them a big strike back, but Colton Parayko with one hell of a goal, probably his biggest one scored for our team. And we take game 2 by a score of 4-1. Thatcher Demko, once again the first star, with 26 saves. And we head back to Vancouver with a 2-0 series lead. Game 3, back at home. Let's do this. Can we get a 3-0 series lead, or will the Coyotes strike back? First period, it goes our way. Jared McCann, the opening goal. Jake Bean, who of course was in the same draft class as Matthews, gets a goal. But Steven Stamkos gets another one. Khudobin's still in. I didn't check if Domingue was injured or not, but we are up 2-1 at the end of 1. 2 goals on only 4 shots. Second period, it continues. Tobias Rieder ties it, but Austin Matthews gets a big goal. We only have 12 shots in the game, but 3 goals. Third period, let's do this. Things are looking up. We continue to score goals. The only question is, can Demko and the defense, knock on wood, can they hold up? We have a power play. Jonathan Drouin with the goal, and that just might do it. We seem destined to get a 3-0 series lead. Another power play, no goal this time, but the Coyotes do not seem to have an answer for the Vancouver Canucks. We take game 3. We have a 3-0 series lead, a 4-2 victory in game 3. Stamkos, Drouin, and Matthews. That top line continues to carry us. I wasn't sure if Jonathan Drouin would be good enough to be on that first line. That's why we got Elias Lindholm. He and Stamkos have an undeniable chemistry in this game. For the third game in a row, we score 4 goals, outscoring the Coyotes 12-5 through 3 games. Now their backs are against the wall. And for the record, Louis Domingue is out injured, a bruised hip. He will not return unless they make the 3rd round, maybe the 2nd. So Louis Domingue is out for them. They're still missing Tyler Kennedy. And I think, knock on wood, boys, but I think this series should be wrapped up right here. Game 4, can we get the job done? I'm not even going to worry about the scouting. Yes, I know I should put some stock into it because of the upcoming Buffalo pick, but I'm focused solely on this. Game 4, can we sweep the Coyotes? First period, and boys, I think we're getting the job done here. Jonathan Drouin, a minute and 22 seconds later, Steven Stamkos, and then a minute and 2 seconds later, Jimmy Vesey. 3 goals in 2 minutes and 24 seconds. We are up 3-0. Entering the second period. Henering? What am I, Portuguese? 4-1. At the end of 2, Elias Lindholm scores on Merrick Langhammer. Khudobin has been pulled. Dylan Strome gets a goal back on Demko. He scores from center ice. What the hell is up with these playoff simulations? Third period, it's 4-1. Things are looking good in Canuckland. Is that even a thing? It is now, as the Coyotes do not have an answer for us. 10 minutes to go. We're halfway there. And a power play? Can we get a late power play goal? A really long power play. Holy shit, how long was that power play? Doesn't matter. Boys, the Vancouver Canucks have swept the Arizona Coyotes, and we are moving on to the second round again. Stamkos and Drouin, 3 points apiece. Langhammer coming in on relief, makes 30 saves, but it was not enough. The injury to Louis Domingue was huge, and speaking of injuries, Madison Bowie out until May 5th. He is going to miss at least 1 or 2 games. However, it's the end of the season, and I'm willing to take the risk. It is going to be Chychrun getting the call-up. So Bowie goes down. Jakob Chychrun will be in the lineup in round 2. Unfortunately, he has dropped an overall point, but that is going to be huge for us. In the meantime, I'm just going to go best lines so we can take a look at what certain players did, and then of course we can move up and take a look at who we are playing in round 2. And there you see the first round stats. Jonathan Drouin, 9 points in 4 games. Stamkos with 7. Matthews with 6. A gigantic performance from that top line. Everybody performing to a very, very high level. Not a single minus player on this team. Thatcher Demko, let's take a look at what he did in terms of save percentage. A .947 save percentage in the playoffs. If he can continue that, this could be a very, very memorable postseason. Now it's time to find out just who exactly we will be matched up against in the second round. We're getting a decent amount of rest here, although of course the game doesn't factor that in. And as expected, I'm not surprised whatsoever. In the second round, it is a rematch against the Anaheim Ducks, the division-winning Anaheim Ducks, as they conquered the San Jose Sharks in 6 games. Calgary sweeps Minnesota. Colorado sweeps St. Louis. Boston and Montreal on the other side. But there you have the bracket for the second round. Can lightning strike twice, or will the Ducks get their revenge? Guys, I thank you so much for watching this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, make sure to drop a like down below. It helps out the channel. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so you can continue following the series. And besides, you're helping me get closer to my 1-year goal of 1K subscribers. We're getting closer and closer every day, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you in the next episode, round 2 against the Anaheim Ducks.